People were so devout in the past. Geronda, why is devoutness so hard to find nowadays? Because people have stopped living spiritually, stopped. They interpret everything using worldly reasoning and banish divine grace. In the past, people were so devout. In Aitolo Karnania, there were some grandmothers who had such simplicity and devoutness that they would bow to the mules of the holy monastery of Paisios. Whenever they came down from Paisios to provide for the needs of the monastery, these are the mules of Panagia. They would say and bow down with reverence. Now if they showed such devoutness to the mules of the monastery of Panagia, imagine what devoutness they showed to Panagia herself. Geronda, was the devoutness of the Paisios instilled in them by Saint Arsenios? They had devoutness and the saint cultivated it further. This is the tradition. Prodromos Kortsinoglu, the elderly chanter for Saint Arsenios, was very devout. He was over 80 years old, and he still walked half an hour to go to the lower part of Konica to chant in the church. I am a dog for Christ, he would say. During the cold winter, the frozen roads were very dangerous. The waters from the springs would flow downhill and freeze, and you had to find a spot to walk and not slip. He defied all obstacles to attend church and chant. Now that's devoutness. My parents told me that the Paisios in their ancestral town in Asia Minor had collected money to build a church in Farasa. However, later Saint Arsenios wanted to distribute the money to the poor families since they already had a church. The saint went to distribute the money to the poor families in the region and they would not take it. They would not take money away from the church. Then the saint decided to send the money to the bishop in Caesarea by the town president. The saint told him, "Take some companion with you for the road. Your blessing is sufficient." The president replied and went on his way alone. When he arrived, the bishop asked him, "But what did Haji Effendis want you to do with the money?" "To distribute it to the poor families in the area," the president replied. "And why didn't you do as he asked?" "The people will not accept the money because it belongs to the church," he said. Finally, the bishop insisted that the money go back to Farasa. When the Paisios were leaving their town with the exchange of the populations, they asked Saint Arsenios to take the money with them in order to build a church here in Greece. Then Saint Arsenios told them with tears in his eyes, "In Greece you will find many churches, but not the faith which exists here."